Afternoon, everyone. I have no financial disclosure. The title of my study is Assessment of Postoperative Pain with Local Dexmedetomidine in Patients Undergoing Scleral Buckling. So, scleral buckling, as we all know, is indicated for rhegmatogenous retinal detachment, which involves handling of the muscles, ocular tissue during the surgery, and indentation of sclera, which results in postoperative pain and discomfort. So the purpose of our study was to assess the efficacy and safety of dexmedetomidine in reducing the postoperative pain in patients undergoing scleral buckling surgery. So it was a prospective randomized placebo-controlled interventional study done from July 2022 to April 2024 in patients who underwent scleral buckling with or without vitrectomy. The sample size was 105 patients with 35 patients in each group. So the patients with rhegmatogenous retinal detachment undergoing scleral buckling or vitrectomy combined with encircling silicone band were included, and this were the exclusion criteria. So the patients were randomized into 3 groups by block random sampling. Group first received local anesthesia, which consists of 4.5 ml of bupivacaine and 0.5 ml of normal saline. Group B was a DEX group, which received 4.5 ml of bupivacaine along with 0.5 ml of dexmedetomidine. And group C was a placebo group which received 5 ml of normal saline. So surgery was performed under peribulbar anesthesia, which was a combination of lignocaine and bupivacaine with or without adrenaline. Standard scleral buckling or vitrectomy with encircling silicone band post procedure was performed as planned. So all the patients which were included, they underwent scleral buckling surgery with or without pars plana vitrectomy. Study drug or placebo was injected in subtenon space at the end of the surgery after closing the peritomy. So the pain score was assessed using the visual analog pain scale. Systolic and diastolic pressure was, blood pressure was recorded, and the peripheral capillary oxygen saturation. These all were recorded at 1, 2 and 4 hours post-surgery. The sleep quality of the patient was assessed the next morning using consensus sleep diary. The patients with pain score more than 4 at any time post-operatively were given paracetamol IV infusion over 15 minutes, and the time at which patient requested for analgesia or when the visual analog score was more than 4 was recorded. Coming to the results, so age, gender, type of surgery performed and the type of explant used were comparable among all the 3 groups. So the patients in the placebo group, they experienced the maximum pain score at the time of rescue analgesia, whereas the local anesthesia group and dexmedetomidine group, patients experienced about the same pain score. However, the time to rescue analgesia for dexmedetomidine group was 304 minutes, was maximum as compared to local anesthesia and placebo group. Coming to the sleep quality, so the maximum patients in dexmedetomidine group experienced fair, good and a very good quality of sleep. Systemic parameters, so systolic BP, diastolic BP and peripheral capillary oxygen saturation, they did not differ significantly among the 3 groups. So out of the 3 groups, dexmedetomidine group experienced the longest duration for rescue analgesia, the lowest pain score and superior sleep quality. Coming to the discussion, so dexmedetomidine is a highly specific centrally acting alpha-2 agonist, widely used nowadays with local anesthetic mixture in peripheral nerve block, subarachnoid anesthesia and ophthalmic anesthesia. So what does the literature say? A study conducted by Eskander et al., they concluded that with the help of dexmedetomidine, the time for local anesthesia had a faster onset, longer duration and a higher sedation rate. Hafez et al. Also concluded the same results. But in our study, dexmedetomidine was given at the end of the surgery in subtenon space. The strength of the study is, it is a randomized placebo-controlled double-blind study. It is the first study to evaluate the effect of dexmedetomidine when given at the end of scleral buckling surgery, which is more painful than other ocular surgeries. And the systemic side effects of dexmedetomidine were also assessed. Limitations were that it's a limited sample size and subjective scale used for assessment of the pain. So I would like to conclude saying that dexmedetomidine is a useful drug when used as an adjunctive to local anesthetics at the end of the surgery. It may be considered as an option to achieve post-operative analgesia and retinal surgeries. Thank you.